In a quiet village in Africa, there lived a girl named Awotу. She was a bright girl full of big dreams. She desired to become a lawmaker, someone who made rules to help people. Her parents loved her very much and always wanted to see her happy. They gave her everything they could to make her dreams come true. They always smiled at her and they always told her, "You can be anything you want to be, Awotу." She worked very hard at school. Every day she woke up early to study her books. She wanted to make her parents proud. But one day something very sad happened. Her parents went on a journey, but they never came back home again to see her. There was a fatal accident, and her parents went to the stars and life beyond, never to return. Awotу was all alone now. Some people had great dream by along the line, something like this happened, and their dreams terminated. She was very sad, but she did not give up. She still wanted to be a lawmaker, but it was hard without her parents to support her education. She didn't have enough money. She tried to stay strong in school, but every day felt harder than the one before. One day, Awotu's shoes broke. She needed to get them fixed to go to school. She went to a man who fixed shoes close to a mechanic workshop where people repair their cars. She observed a man calling her. He was a mechanic. Awotу was kind and trusted him, but the man was not kind. He did a bad thing and hurt her. He took advantage of her, thinking no one would know. Awotу felt broken. She was scared and confused. She didn't understand why the man would hurt her. She cried and the pain stayed with her. But soon something strange happened. The man who hurt her could not sleep at night. He felt heavy inside, like something was pulling him down. He saw Awotu's face everywhere he went, and it haunted him. He knew what he had done was wrong, that Awotу does not deserve such treatment and abuse. Awotу tried to forget, but the hurt would not go away. The people in the village began to whisper. Some of them knew what had happened, but no one helped her. But even in her pain, Awotу remembered what her parents told her. You can be anything you want to be with God and determination. She still had dreams, and she would not let the darkness take them away. Always treat others with kindness and respect, no matter who they are. When we do wrong, it can follow us, making it hard for us to be at peace. Even in hard times, we should hold on to our dreams and hope for a better tomorrow. Awotу was sad and hurt, but she didn't want to stay in the dark forever. She remembered her parents' words, and they gave her strength. Every night before she went to bed, she looked up at the stars and whispered, "I will be strong, and I will make it." One day, as she was walking to school, she met an old woman by the road. The old woman had kind eyes and a warm smile. She wore a long, colorful dress, and her hair was silver like the moon. Her name was Mama Kura. Mama Kura saw that Awotу was carrying something heavy in her heart. "Little one," she said softly, "why do you look so sad?" Awotу didn't want to talk at first, but something about Mama Kura made her feel safe. So she told her everything about losing her parents, about the bad man who took advantage of her, and about how alone she felt and the difficulties of life. Mama Kura listened without saying a word. When she was done, Mama Kura took her hand. "You are brave, Awotу. You have been through much, but you are still standing. That is the mark of a warrior. Awotу didn't feel like a warrior. She felt small and scared. Mama Kura smiled again and said, "In life, we will meet people who hurt us, but that does not make us weak. It is how we rise after that pain that makes us strong." "You have dreams, don't you?" she asked. Awotу nodded. "I want to be a lawmaker." Mama Kura's eyes sparkled. "Then you must fight for your dreams. No one can take them from you unless you let them. The man who hurt you did a bad thing, but his darkness does not belong to you. You still have light inside of you, Awotу. Don't let him put it out." Awotu felt a little better. For the first time in a long while, she smiled. Mama Kura told her a story about a bird called the Eagle of Light. The eagle was strong and flew high in the sky, but one day it was struck by a storm. The storm hurt the eagle's wings and it couldn't fly. But the eagle didn't give up. It found shelter in the mountains, where it healed. And when its wings were strong again, it flew even higher than before. "Awotу, you are like that eagle," Mama Kura said. "You are healing now, and one day you will soar again." The words touched Awotu's heart. She thanked Mama Kura and went home feeling lighter. She started to study again, little by little. She focused on her schoolwork even though it was hard. Some days she felt like giving up, but she remembered the eagle and kept going. Meanwhile, the man who hurt Awotу was still haunted by what he had done. He couldn't sleep, he couldn't smile, and every time he closes his eyes, he sees Awotu's face. He started to lose customers because people could see that something is wrong with him. One night he had a dream. In the dream, he was walking through a dark forest, and everywhere he turned, there were shadows following him. No matter how fast he ran, the shadows were always there. He felt lost and afraid. When he woke up, he knew what the dream meant. He had to face what he had done. But how could he fix it? He had done something so terrible. Could he ever be forgiven? Healing takes time, but with courage and support, we can rise again. Hurting others brings darkness, but facing the truth is the first step toward healing. Dreams are worth fighting for, even when the path is hard. Mama Kura represents wisdom and guidance. The eagle of light symbolizes strength, healing, and rising after hardship. The dark forest in the man's dream symbolizes guilt and the consequences of his actions. The next part of Awotu's journey will tell us what happens when the man decides to face his actions and whether Awotu will be able to fully heal and follow her dreams.